Good, solid, sturdy door. Tell me a little bit about it. What does it do?
Yeah,
What's it for?
so welcome to Comfort Food Community. This is the first part of our FoodForward grant.
Yeah.
So one of the things in capacity building that we wanted to do was to do this loading dock, which is a project a little bit further, but we couldn't do a loading dock if we didn't have this door. We had that little red door, which was over there. And so we were able to replace this door with some of the money from that grant, which then sets us up for the next step of the project later on.
Awesome. What's the next step?
So we're going to head into our pallet storage room, which is where the majority of the grant was spent. On this side of the room was a concrete containment wall. So
I remember that.
And then we created the food safe wall, but that allowed us for an entire another row of storage in this room. We also had some drop-down soffits in the ceiling. We were able to remove those, and what that does is, from a capacity building standpoint, really moving forward, we could go to a rack system so that we can continue to store food in different ways. We also replaced all of the windows so that they're sealed and food safe from rodents and pests getting into the room. Yeah. And then finally, the biggest thing is the floor. It was kind of an old chipped floor that was hard to clean, and there was divots making it hard for pallet jacks to move over it. And so we were able to seal the floor, and so now it's much smoother and cleanable.
I remember walking in here, and I remember the concrete wall. I remember all the black and thinking, what is going on? And the work that you've done here is amazing. Food safety, increased capacity so that you can serve more neighbors, which is huge. The food safety piece on the windows, this is impressive. So just tell me, like, what's the impact? You've done the food safety, you've removed the concrete barriers, you've fixed the floors. What's the real-time impact that you've experienced?
Yeah, I mean, we're able to really serve more people. Yeah. So as part of today, we'll see in a minute, we have mass distribution going on, which is a program that we have with the Regional Food Bank where you bring a truckload of food. Almost as a cross-docking opportunity, right? So instead of agency partners making the longer trek to Latham, they can come here, get the food that they need, and bring it back to their agency.
Can I tell you that I spoke with at least 10 to 15 people out there who just were so grateful that they could come here to this distribution point as opposed to having to drive all the way to Latham or another location. And they raved about you. They raved about you and the organization, because the work that you're doing here is super impactful, so we are super appreciative.
Yeah, it really speaks to food insecurity in the rural areas. Transportation, everyone has the same issues, right? But sometimes some are magnified than others. Mass distribution is happening right now.
Yeah.
And so you'll see the food has now come in off the truck from the Regional Food Bank. We inventoried it all as it was coming in, and then Joanna printed that inventory sheets, puts it on clipboards, and hands it to the partners as they come in the building. They will hand us those sheets that we then inventory and weigh out, and they'll be able to take that food right back to their agencies to get it out to the people in need.
I see a guy coming here with some fresh strawberries and some good citrus here. Fresh strawberries.
Yes.
That they come here to get fresh fruit, fresh produce that they then take to neighbors, and the work that you've done out there through FoodForward, they're able to now bring it from here. So
and it takes out the time, so the fresh can really be fresh, right? So it takes out that time lag of being able to get it and then get it to the people who need it. We only have a short growing season here in New York, so as there's less and less fresh produce available, it's important that they're getting it while it's still fresh, so that people have what they need to really eat nutritiously.
Yeah, this is great. This is absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing.
Well, thank you to Regional Food Bank for the FoodForward grant, and we look forward to continuing this partnership.
Yeah.
So.
We can't do what we do without Comfort Foods. And so we're grateful for Comfort Foods. We're grateful for Laura, the partnership. It's making a tremendous impact, not just in Washington County, but the immediate area. And so big kudos to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's more to more FoodForward.
And this is it in action. So.
Yeah.